Hi, my name's Barbara Dan, and I would like to show you the QuiltCut 2 fabric cutting system and how it can make your fabric cutting both faster and more accurate. This is your entire system. It does come with the base and the mat and also our specially designed cutting guide. Your front bar is a clamp bar, so when you're cutting yardage, you want to raise the clamp bar and put your fabric underneath. When you close your bar, it keeps all the extra fabric from sliding off your table as you cut. If you're cutting fat quarters, small pieces, and scraps, you can just lay those on the board and you don't need to use your clamp bar. This is your cutting guide. The ruler portion's a little bit thicker than regular rulers, makes it a little bit safer when you're using your rotary cutter, and the ruler's a little more stable. Your speed gauge is how you do your measurements. All you do is open the thumb screw, go by the black triangle right there, slide your speed gauge, and just set whatever width strip it is you would like to cut. I'll start by cutting some strips at 1 7/8. Once you have your measurement set, just lightly tighten your thumb screw. That holds it in place. All your angles are also on your cutting guide. They're marked right here where the 90 is. There are 13 angles on your QuiltCut 2. I'll show you how to change the angles and make some angle cuts. Set your cutting guide on the side rail, hold it up, it moves easily. When you set it down, it's designed to clamp into place. Trim a little bit of fabric off the top so you have a nice straight edge. To cut your strips, slide the cutting guide, push down on the speed gauge, you want it right against the cut edge. To make your small adjustments, slide the head of the cutting guide so your speed gauge is right against the edge. Cut your first strip, slide your cutting guide, push down on your speed gauge, slide it over so it's right on the cut edge. When you cut, you don't have to walk your fingers down the ruler to keep it stable. Your cutting guide's clamped on the rail. Hold the other end of the ruler. It's not going to move or shift like regular rulers do, so you get good accurate cuts every time. Slide the extra fabric out of the way. This is perfect for strip piecing. You can do all your fabric cutting on your QuiltCut 2. Move your cutting guide to the front rail. Trim the selvage edge of your strips. To cut your squares, slide the cutting guide, push down on your speed gauge, slide it over to do your fine adjustment so you get a very accurate measurement. First set of squares. Slide that over so it's right on the cut edge. I've cut 16 squares. Before I move those, I'll cut some of them into half square triangles. I bump those a little bit. It's always easy to realign them if you do. To change the angle on the cutting guide, open the spring clip at the base of the guide, move your angle to the 45. Line your ruler up corner to corner on the squares. Squares and half squares. All perfectly cut, 4 layers. You can cut up to 10 just as quickly and accurately. For 60-degree diamonds, offset your strips on the 60-degree line. It just saves a little bit of fabric. Anytime you move or bump your strips, it's easy to realign them. Slide them against your cutting guide. Your strips are nice and straight. We're ready to cut diamonds. To change the angle, open the spring clip at the base of the guide. This time we'll set it on the 60. Trim the edge of your strips. Even though we're on an angle, our measurement's done exactly the same way. Slide your cutting guide, push down on the speed gauge, slide your cutting guide at the head so you get a very accurate measurement. First set of diamonds. Second set, 16 perfectly cut 60-degree diamonds. Had we layered all 10, we'd have 40 diamonds just that quickly and accurately. We use 60-degree diamonds to make tumbling blocks and also your 6-pointed stars. Your QuiltCut 2 comes with a lifetime guarantee. It is a guarantee on everything but your mat. The mat's a specially designed 5-ply mat. It will last longer than regular mats. Some tips to have your mat last a long time: make sure you have a sharp blade in your rotary cutter and don't cut in the same place all the time. When you get your QuiltCut 2, we include an instruction manual and a 30-minute instructional DVD.